Welcome back to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We are sitting here on opening day 2027. I was getting ready to record opening day and thought, hey, let's go look at and see which free agents are still out there, guys that didn't get signed in the offseason. So we come out here and we see guys like Robbie Ray, Adolis Garcia, Jesus Sanchez, Josh Bell, Alex Call, Gavin Sheets. There's a bunch of these guys out here. And I went through and found some guys that were much younger, at least see potential, guys that we can stick at the bottom end of our minors and improve that area. But then I found one guy. I'm going to show you the transaction page because I already did this. Right there in the middle, I'm going to scroll to it. So at the top, signed Jordan Walker to a 2-year, $6.4 million contract, and then we sent him to AAA. I cannot believe Jordan Walker was sitting out there as a free agent. They just cut him. So we're going to take him at 24 years old. He tops out at an 80. He's 71 right now, but we're going to send him to AAA and see if we can build him up. And if we can't use him on the major league side, maybe we can trade him off and get something for him, basically for free. So yeah, welcome to the team. Jordan Walker made a couple other moves off camera between the end of spring training and today. We signed infielder Isaiah Kiner Falefa. He's going to back us up at second, short, third, left, center, right. Has really good contact against righties, really good vision, discipline. Well, discipline's not really got really good vision and clutch. And he can play all over the place. Good defense, really good arm and speed. So give us a utility player. And if the guys at third base don't work out, these two, he can step in and definitely play against right-handed pitching. So got those guys added, and then Jordan Walker falls into our lap, and we're going to send him AAA and let him play every day. And our first-round pick, Dom McVeigh, is going to play some first base, some right field, left field, center field, wherever in the outfield, DH, and he's going to bat leadoff down in AA. You will get to see his pro debut. I'm not sure if it's going to be in this episode or the next, but you will get to see Tom McVeigh play his first games. And what happened? It changed his throwing. He was a left-handed thrower, so I'm going to have to go fix that. Don't know why it switched. He was left-handed batter, left-handed thrower. I'll double-check the draft to make sure I'm not wrong, but I think the game switched his throwing. That's really funny. But we also have guys down here. We have Eli Willits down at AAA, as well as Harry Ford. And then we've got some AA guys that you're going to watch. Scroll down here. Jeff Ullman, our second-round pick. Travis Sikora, saw him last year. And we have Joel Ortiz, another one of our draft picks, a potential. So just wanted to catch you up on that. You might see some players that you didn't recognize from spring training. And now we're going to go right into opening day. We host the Detroit Tigers. Framber Valdez is their new ace, and Brad Lord's going to start it for us again. Didn't want to have Sasaki start that game. He's going to start game 2 against Trevor Rogers. And we'll hop into this game right now. And welcome to opening day 2027, our second opening day in this franchise series. Detroit Tigers come to town. Got a nice, bright, sunny day. Looks like it's very windy as well. And can't wait to see some of these young guys on our side on the field for the first time. See what the game thinks. Our leading hitter, obviously, James Wood, C.J. Abrams leading us in steals, and they projected us with 68 wins, which would be a definite improvement over last year. I would take that. Maybe we can do even better. I don't know. We'll see. And on the mound today, Brad Lord, same as last year. Did not have the greatest season, but he's the highest-rated starting pitcher we have right now. Didn't feel like going out and signing Robbie Ray as our opening day starter. Didn't think that was quite right, so we'll go with Brad Lord and develop our own guys. And unlike last year where we just watched the game, I'm going to play this one. I want to see what I can do with this team myself. First pitch of the season is going to be a foul ball, so there we go. Positive right away. Get a strike on the first pitch. Torkelson's leading off for the Detroit Tigers, power hitter at the top of the order. He's going to pop this on the infield. Chaparro going to play first base today. Wanted to see Ryan Clifford, but they have a lefty on the mound, so Chaparro's going to have that. And there's one quick out. See their lineup: Torkelson, Green, Carpenter, Meadows, Perez, Arise playing second, Dingler, Baez, and McGonigal playing third base. Riley Green steps in. Nobody on, one out. See, he was a silver slugger last season. He's got a 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Lord. And it's a shot into right field. Cruz chasing back. And that ball's going to hit off the wall. Throw comes back in. They're going to hold him to a double. They get their first hit of the game of the season. That'll bring in Carpenter. See, he's one home run away from 100 in his career. Let's see if he doesn't, make sure he doesn't get it today. Try the change up now. Down and away. Finish him off. And it's ground ball to third base. Brock Wilken, our new third baseman, with the throw, and there are 2 quick outs. There we go. Now to bring in Parker Meadows, center fielder. Did not have a good season last year. Got a battle going on here. Lord's brought it all the way back to 3-2. Here's the pitch to Meadows, and strike 3 on the outside corner. There we go. So we give up a double to Riley Green. Lord pitches around it. There's no score as we go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for the Tigers, their free agent acquisition, Framber Valdez. See what he did with the Tigers last year. And leading things off for us, going to be C.J. Abrams. See his numbers last year. Got to get that average up at least 50 points. Home runs were pretty good, stole 30 bases. See what he can do here against Valdez. Down and count 0-1. And he's going to foul that off. So now we're down 0-2. Here's the pitch. And way out in front of that slider and strikeout. And that's how we start our half of the inning. And up second, it's going to be center fielder Jacob Young. Very disappointing season out of him. We did sign him to extension. I love his potential. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Valdez. And it hits him on the thigh. So there we go. Get our first base runner hit by pitch. Now bring in our big guy, James Wood. Had a great season last year. See if he can improve on that. Got 1 on, 1 out. 0-1 count for pitch to drive. And there it is. A rip into right field. That's a base hit. And we're going to hold the runner at second base. Wasn't hit too deep. So now we have men on first and second and 1 out. Now to bring in Keibert Ruiz, our catcher and cleanup hitter. See his numbers last season. Not your typical cleanup hitter. We got to find one. Yeah, 2 on, 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Valdez. Fouled off. Ruiz down on a count 0-2. Trying to avoid the double play. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out. It's better than a double play. I'll take it. That's the 2 choices. Now bring in left fielder Dalen Lyle. Nice season. First full season for him last year. Definitely looking for him to improve on that. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the first. 0-1 pitch. And he swings and misses on that. Now we reset. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. And he's going to hit the fly ball into shallow center field. Right center field. Meadows will race over, and catch that for the 3rd out. So get 2 men on, fail to get anybody home. We played 1 full inning, and there's no score. And leading things off will be Wensiel Perez, right fielder. See his numbers last year. Got him in an 0-2 deficit right away. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball second base. Garcia's got it. Throw to first, and there's 1 down. There we go. Good start again. Now to bring in Luis Arraez. See his numbers. Batting average down from what it normally is. Playing second base, not first base. Here's the pitch from Lord. It's going to be a line drive base hit to left field. So Detroit will have the man on now with 1 out. That'll bring in Dingler, the catcher. See his numbers last year. Decent power numbers, not a good average. Dingler in the hole, 0-2. Lord looking for the strikeout. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball, a little soft liner to second base. I'm sorry. Thought he pounded that in the dirt. Garcia's got that for the 2nd out. That'll bring in Javi Baez. Used to be a dangerous hitter with the Cubs. Not anymore. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Lord. And it's going to be a base hit into right field. Just found a little gap there between first and second. Jam made him reach on that slider. That'll bring in Kevin McGonigal, third baseman. Looks like it's going to be his major league debut. It doesn't say it. McGonigal down in the count 1-2. Lord trying to get out of this. 2 men on base. And strike 3 at the letters. There he goes. Strikes the rookie out at the letters. And Lord dodges another bullet. He's pumped. We need the offense to get pumped. And lead things off for us here in a second. First baseman Andres Chaparro. Great power numbers. Batting average is nowhere near what we needed from him. He's going to split time with Ryan Clifford this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Valdez has him down in count 1-2. Looking for the punch out. And he gets it. That sinker dove down and away, and he was late. Now bring in right fielder Dylan Cruz. Had kind of a surprising season for us last year. Didn't think his ratings were going to put that up, so he can repeat that or do better. I'll be ecstatic. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. Cruz works the count to 2-2. Here's Valdez's pitch. It's a shot into left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. There we go. Cruz gets on base with 1 out here in the second. Now to bring in Brock Wilken, the rookie, Rule 5 draft pick. Going to play some third base with Orelvis Martinez this year. We're going to send Cruz and try and steal second. Here he goes. Here's the pitch. Inside. Gets away from the catcher. So he's in safe with the stolen base. Our first of the season. Got a man in scoring position with 1 out. 2-2 count on Wilken. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out on a slider that ate him up. Now it's going to take a hit to get the runner in. I'll bring in Luis Garcia, second baseman. Doesn't do well against lefties. And first pitch swing, and there you go. Little flare into center field. That's going to drive in the first run of the game, first run of the season. A little inside-out jam shot. Gets over to short. And Garcia gets us on the board. In this replay, down and in, and fights it off. That'll bring in C.J. Abrams now, 1 on and 2 out. And broken bat, pop fly, caught by the shortstop Baez. That was a nasty jam shot, but Garcia gets us on the board first with his RBI single as we're up 1-0 after 2. And Torkelson will lead things off here in the third. He popped out his first time. We go back to the top of the order. 0-1 pitch to him. And that's a high fly ball in the right field. Cruz turns, races back, and he'll have that for the first out. That'll bring in Riley Green. Doubled his first time. Got stranded in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Lord. And it's going to be a ground ball second. Garcia's got it. Throws to first. And 2 quick outs here in the third inning. That'll bring in Carpenter. Dangerous power bat. So he had 29 home runs, 85 ribs last year. Lord gets ahead in the count quick. 0-2 looking to punch him out on a high fastball. Here's the pitch. And broken bat pop-up. And Ruiz has it right in front of the plate. And Lord on a roll now. As we go to the bottom of the inning, still 1-0, good guys. And bottom half of the inning, Jacob Young's going to lead things off. Got hit by a pitch in the first and got stranded at second. And the 1-1 pitch. Ripped down first base line, grabbed there by Torkelson, steps on the bag, and that's the first out. That'll bring in James Wood. Singled his first time. He also got stranded. Wood quickly down in the count 0-2. Trying to stay alive now. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out. A little tardy on that slider, and that's already the 5th strikeout. See the replay on this. Thought I fouled that off. Apparently not. And there you go. That'll bring our catcher, Keibert Ruiz, with nobody on and 2 out. Struck out his first time. Going to start a little 2-out rally here. And here's a ground ball to short. Baez backhands, takes his time, throws to first, bounces it, but Torkelson makes a nice snag, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. And Parker Meadows will lead off the 4th for the Tigers. Struck out his first time. And here's the 1-1 pitch from Lord. And it's a high fly ball in the center field. Young barely has to move. And he's going to have that for the first out. That'll bring up Wensiel Perez. Grounded out his first time. And the 1-0 pitch to him. And that's going to be a line drive to third. Wilkins got it. 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning for Brad Lord. I'll bring in Luis Ariz. Singled his first time. Nobody on, 2 out here in the 4th. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Chaparro's got it. Throws to Lord. He beats Ariz to the bag. And a very easy, quick 1-2-3 inning for Lord and the Nationals in the top of the 4th inning. And Dalen Lyle's going to lead things off for the Nats here in the bottom half of the inning. Light out his first time. Looking to get on base, get a rally started here. Only up 1-0. It's going to be a ground ball, hooked that, pulled it to first base, and then Torkelson will make that the first out. That'll bring in Chaparro. Struck out his first time. And Chaparro works the count full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he draws the walk. There we go. Good job getting on base with 1 out. That'll bring in Dylan Cruz. Singled and stole a bag last time. Cruz down in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch. And chases the circle change off the plate. Strikes out. Nasty pitch there. I'll bring in Brock Wilkin, third baseman, looking for his first hit of the year. Struck out his first time. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle and through. There we go. 2-out single by Wilkin. And that should be his first major league hit. There it is. Get that ball. Send it back home to mom and dad. That'll bring in second baseman Luis Garcia. RBI single in the second. Drove in the only run of this game so far. And here's the 2-2 pitch. And strikes out on a slider way out in front of that pitch. And we waste another scoring opportunity as Valdez has a strikeout pitch going today. But we're up 1-0 after 4. All right, Dylan Dingler's going to lead things off for the Tigers here in the 5th inning. The ground ball to second base. Garcia backhands that. Throw to first, and there's one quick out. Lord, on a roll so far. The first pitch to Javi Baez is a high fly ball in the center field. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Got to like that ratio as Young snags that. That'll bring in Kevin McGonigal, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His major league debut as well. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Lord. And it's going to be his first hit as it's going to drop down the left field line into the corner. And he's going to be on with a double, a 2-out double for McGonigal. His first major league hit as well. There you go. Let me get the ball for him as well. That'll bring in Spencer Torkelson, 0 for 2. Tying run sitting out there at second base with 2 out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to Garcia. Snags that, throw to the first, and Lord gets out of that one as well. So no runs allowed through 5 innings. Lord pitching way better than he did last year. We go to the bottom half. And C.J. Abrams will try and get things going for us here in the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out. Abrams ahead in the count 2-1. Here's the pitch from Valdez. And it's going to be a little shot pass short into left. There we go. Leadoff base hit. Now we can use his legs and try and steal our way into scoring position. Going to send him right away. Here's the first pitch to Young. Off-speed pitch. And Abrams in easily with the stolen base. His first of the year as well. This replay gets a good jump. And that was an easy pitch to steal on, being an off-speeder. Now we got a man in scoring position. Nobody out here for Jacob Young. And check swing. Did he go? Yes, they said he did. Young down in count 1-2. Looking to try and move this runner up if he can't get him in. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Throw to first, and the runner has to hold, and that's the first out. I'll bring in James Wood. Big power bat. Looking for an RBI here. Need him to come through. Wood down on count 0-2, trying to stay alive. And he strikes out again. That was a nasty sinker, backed up on him. Now I'll bring in Keibert Ruiz, looking to drive this runner in with 2 outs. And first pitch swinging is going to be a ground ball to second base. And that'll be an easy out, and we waste another scoring opportunity. Still have a 1-0 lead, though, after 5. Lead things off for Detroit. Riley Green, 1 for 2 with a double. Gotta be careful with him. He can take you a yard in a hurry. And a little flare over third base, and that's going to drop for a base hit. His second of the day. Detroit gets their leadoff man on. Carpenter 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. Make this 2-1 in a hurry. Lord battled back. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So they're going to have their first 2 men on in the inning. That'll bring in center fielder Parker Meadows, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Lord gets Meadows in a hole, 1-2, looking for a strikeout or double play. And it's going to be a ground ball up the middle and by Abrams. Young comes up throwing from center field, and it is up the line, and Detroit has tied the game. Got to bring in Perez now. 2 on, nobody out still. Pop up on the infield. Wilkins going to settle under that. Infield fly, batters out. Runners have to hold. Nice pitch there. That'll bring in Luis Ariz, looking for the double play to end this inning. And there's a line shot in the left field. Lyle comes in, can't get it. He's going to throw it in. The runner's going to hold, though. Nice throw. Now Detroit's going to have the bases loaded and 1 out. We're going to a mound visit. He's getting low on energy and confidence. He's only thrown 68 pitches. He's going to have to face Dylan Dingler, the catcher, 0 for 2. The line out and the ground out. Double play ball would be perfect right here. Dingler down in count 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it's a shot to left, and he hung that changeup, and it's going bye-bye. Not where you wanted that pitch. Should have thrown the sinker instead, but that's the first home run of the season for either team. And what was a really good start by Lord is now kind of down the tubes. We are down now 4-1 on that 3-run shot by the catcher for Detroit. See this replay. I did not want the change up there. Nope, that one is long gone. Didn't need the no doubt animation for that one. And we're going to the bullpen. That's enough for Lord. Getting tired and left him in for 1 batter too long, apparently. And trotting in and out of the pen. It's going to be DJ Hers. Thought about making him our 5th starter, but doesn't have the longest stamina on the rotation. And with that record last year, he probably should be in the pen. All right, first man he's going to face is Javi Baez with nobody on and 1 out. And he's going to hit a line drive into right field. Cruz racing over, and he's got it as he tumbles. Takes away an extra base hit. See this replay. Goes to his right and catches it and stumbles. Man, if he misses that, that's at least 2. That'll bring in McGonigal. Got his first major league hit last time up. McGonigal down in the count 0-2. Hers looking to punch him out and get out of this inning. And there it is. Takes strike 3 on the knuckle curve. But Detroit, big 5-run inning. All of a sudden, we're down 5-1 going to the bottom of the 6th. Lean things off for the Nats here in the 6th. Dalen Lyle 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Needs to get on base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And it's a base hit over third base. Down the left field line, and he'll be on with a leadoff single. There we go. Got to get men on before he can tie it up. That'll bring in Chaparro. First pitch swinging, and he pops it up in the middle of the infield. Looked like a hanger on that curveball, and he just got under it. We'll bring in Dylan Cruz. 1 for 2 with a single RBI. I'm sorry. 1 for 2 with a single, run scored, stolen base, and a great defensive play. Nice you could find a gap somewhere. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's a shot down the left field line. That's going to get dropped and go into the corner. Lyle on his way to third. They're going to send him. Here comes the throw in, and he's going to be safe easily. As Washington gets 1 run back. Double by Cruz. Second hit of the day. See this replay. Pulls that. Gets that up a little bit higher. Be out of here. But Lyle, you knew he was going to score with his speed all the way from first base. And that's going to be it for Valdez. I'm going to get him out of the game before he implodes like Lord did. Coming in out of the pen, it's going to be lefty Tyler Holton. See what he did last year. He is a good pitcher. Definitely somebody you want to go trade for in your franchise. He's going to face Brock Wilken. Got his first major league hit his last time up. Wilken works the count full, looking for his first major league RBI or his first major league walk. And just missed on the cutter, ball 4. So that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. That'll bring in Luis Garcia, 1 for 2 with a single. Another big RBI chance here. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into center field. That's not going to be deep. Cruz is going to have to stay at second base. Now we'll have 2 on and 2 out. That'll bring in CJ. 1 for 3 with a single and stolen base. Looking for a big clutch hit here to get this down from a 3-run deficit. Come on, CJ. Find one you can yank down the right field line. Oh, and he gets under it, pops it up into shallow center field. Meadows races in, and he'll have that for the third out. But we do get one run back on the Dylan Cruz RBI double. We go to the 7th inning. Tigers up 5-2. And Torkelson, 0 for 3 on the day. He's going to lead things off for Detroit here in the 7th. DJ gets him down a count 0-2 quickly. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Abrams misplays it. That was my bad. I moved it to the right thinking it was Wilkin, and it was the shortstop. And so Ole on that one. That's E10 user. All right, see if we can make up for that. Riley Green batting now with one on and nobody out. And runner goes, throw down, and he's in safely with a stolen base. 0-2 count. And punch him out now. And it's going to be a ground ball to right field, and that's going to come through. And they're going to hold him at third base. So now they have men at the corners and nobody out. That'll bring in Kerry Carpenter. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Does not hit well against lefties. Otherwise, I'd bring in a different pitcher. Here's the pitch. And it's a high fly ball in the right field. That's probably going to get a run in. Cruz settles under it. Here's the tag. Here's the throw to the cutoff man. And he's going to be safe easily. Now it's 6-2 Detroit. That'll bring in Parker Meadows, 1 for 3 with an RBI. There's the 1-1 pitch to him. And it's ground ball to short. Flip the second for one. Relay to first. Double play. One batter too late. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nationals down 4 runs again. He needs some more offense. And Jacob Young's going to lead off for the Nats. First pitch swinging is a high fly ball into right field. Perez chases it down in the gap for the first out. That'll bring in James Wood, 1 for 3 on the day. Couple of strikeouts. Wood battling this at-bat. Got a 2-2 count, several foul balls. Here's a pitch from Holton. And chases a sweeper down and away. Got me way out in front, and that's going to be the second out. That's it for Holton. They're going to bring in another lefty, Brian Herter. Must be a pitch count thing. Herter had a great year last year, too. And Kiebert's going to step in 0 for 3 with a strikeout, pair of ground outs. Trying to get something going with 2 out. Here's the pitch from Herter. And it's a little flare down the right side. And that's going to drop for a base hit as Perez keeps it out of the corner. So Ruiz does get on base. That'll bring in Dalen Lyle, 1 for 3 with a single. Looking to keep this inning going. Lyle works the count full. And on first is going to be off with the pitch. Here he goes. Here's a pitch. It's a high fly ball in the left field. Green racing back to the track, and that's where he has it on the run. Lyle gives Herter a little bit of a scare, but nothing happens. And we're down 6-2 as we go to the 8th. And coming out of the pen for Washington, our newest reliever, Greg Weissert. See his numbers last year. Hoping to improve those middle inning relief pitching appearances this year. And the first man he'll face, right fielder Perez, 0 for 3. And the 2-2 pitch to Perez. Strike 3 on the outside corner. There we go. That's how we start the 8th inning. That'll bring in Luis Ariz, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Nobody on, 1 out, 0-2 count. And it's going to be a line drive into left field. Lyle's going to have that. And that's the 3rd hit of the day for Ariz. Going to bring in Dingler. 1 on and 1 out. Looking for a double play ball. There's a little bloop into right field. And it's going to drop, but we're going to get a force out at second base. Game wanted me to run out with Garcia. Cruz actually had a better play on it. See this replay. A little bloop, and the runner was stuck, and we get the force out anyway. And I don't know what's different with the fielding this year, but it's not what it used to be. That'll bring in Javi Baez. He's 1 for 3 with a single today. 1 on and 2 out. Pitch from Weissert. There's a high fly ball into right field. Cruz going back, and it is off the wall. High bounce. Throw comes in, and Ariz is going to score all the way from first base. And it's now 7-2 Detroit. Almost hit that ball out of here. Now to bring in the rookie McGonigal. 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him, and there's a fly ball in the right field. Cruz drifting back. He'll settle under it and have it for the third out. But the Tigers increase their lead on the RBI double by Javi Baez. They're up 7-2 going to the bottom of the 8th. And leading off for Washington here in the bottom half of the inning, Andres Chaparro 0 for 2 with a walk today. And Chaparro down on account 1-2. Here's the pitch from Herter. And it's going to be a line drive to right, and Perez has it. Thought that was going to sink and drop in front of him, but he's playing shallow. And I'll bring in right fielder Dylan Cruz, 2 for 3, single, a double, RBI run, stolen base. He's done everything. Great defensive play. See if he can get his third hit right here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's going to be a little flare into right field, and that is going to drop for his third hit. Good opening day for Dylan. Wilkin in now. There goes Cruz. First pitch, off speed, and he's easily in with another stolen base. Stay away from the double play, get him in scoring position. Now Wilkin has a chance to drive in his first run as a major leaguer. 0-2 pitch, and it's going to be a base hit into right field, and it's too shallow. He's going to have to hold as the throw comes in, but it was way offline. But he does get his second hit in the majors. That'll bring in Garcia, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Looking for a clutch hit here. Keep this inning going, get us another run. Cut into this lead. There's a high fly ball into left field. Green's under it, got it. Tagged by Cruz, throw comes in this short. And now they throw it to the plate, and he's in safely. That was kind of weird. And that'll bring in CJ with 1 on and 2 out. Down by 4 runs. If he can keep this rally going. Had a battle going on here. Full count. Couple of foul balls. Runner off with a pitch. And swing and a miss on the sinker that backed up on Abrams. And he strikes out the end of the inning. We do add 1. Now we're down 7-3 as we go to the 9th. And coming out of the pen for Washington is going to be lefty Jalen Beeks. He had a really good season for us last year. Going to face Torkelson to start the 9th. You can keep this to a 4-run game. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Abrams has it. Casual throw to first, and there's 1 down. That'll bring in Riley Green. 3 for 4, double, 2 singles, run scored. He's been busy. Nobody on and 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field in the corner. Cruz on the run, and he's got it up against the wall. There we go. Great defense out there in right field. He has had a game today. Green can't believe it. That'll bring in Carpenter. Nobody on and 2 out. First pitch to him. And there's another high fly ball into the right field corner. Cruz on the run, and he has that. So making him do a lot of work in right field today. So we dodged 2 deep shots in the corners. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 2, 3, and 4 coming up. We're down 4 runs. Out of the pen for the Tigers, Rob Marinaccio. See his numbers on the season last year. And first man he's going to face Jacob Young, 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Need him to get on base, get some speed on the base paths. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a high fly ball into right field, down the line, and curving, and drops just foul. Young down on count 1-2. Here's the pitch, and chases a sweeper and strikes out, swings over it. And that'll bring in James Wood, 1 for 4 with a single. Now Wood's down on count 0-2. Here's the pitch, and swings and misses on a cutter that ate him up. That'll bring in Ruiz, our switch hitting catcher, 1 for 4 with a single. This will be his first at-bat left-handed today. The first 2 batters have struck out. He's down 0-2, trying not to be the third one. Here's the pitch, and he does. Swings and misses. Nasty swing at that changeup. I was so far out in front, it wasn't even funny. And the Tigers hang on. Don't hang on. They win on opening day as their offense erupts halfway through this game. Valdez pitched a great game. And the Tigers win 7-3, pounding out 12 hits. We had 10, just couldn't get them when we needed them. Lord takes the loss, and Tigers are up 1-0 in this series. Take a look at this box score. 3 hits for Green, 3 hits for Rise, 2 hits for Baez, 4 RBIs for Dingler. Valdez, 2 runs on 7 hits, a walk, 8 Ks, and 5 1/3. Herter gives up 1 in relief. Our side, 3 hits for Cruz, 2 hits for Wilkin. Walked twice. We had 13 strikeouts, including 4 by James Wood. And 13 strikeouts is just me not playing the game a ton lately, so I will get better as we go. Abrams with a steal, Cruz with 2, Lord pitching great until he gave up that home run. And bullpen didn't do much better. Beeks did okay in his 1 inning, but we got to do better on both sides. And hopefully that happens in the next game. And we made one move after the game. The option reliever Andre Granillo down to AAA because we had claimed reliever Jacob Webb off waivers. The Cubs tried to pass him through waivers. He was one of their 40-man roster guys that had to clear waivers to go down, and we snagged him. And he will take Granillo's spot in the bullpen and show you what Webb's ratings are. He's got really good ratings. Doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but he has great clutch, really good control rate, hits per 9, and he pitched really well for the last 4 or 5 seasons for them, or in the majors. So we'll take that for free. And down in AAA, we didn't watch this game obviously, but I want to give you an update real quick. They win 5-3, and Eli Willits goes 2 for 5 with a double, 2 runs scored. Harry Ford 1 for 5. But right there, Jordan Walker goes 1 for 4 with a walk, 3 strikeouts, a run scored in his debut in the Nationals organization. And we'll just monitor his situation and see how he does. Griff McGarry did not pitch very long in this game. Almost became a bullpen game. But Walker, Willits, and Ford definitely on our radar down here at AAA. And we're not going to watch Roki Sazaki's first start. I want to see how he does when we quick manage as opposed to watching the CPU versus CPU or me going in and play. I already know what it looks like when I hit triangle, so we're going to go in and quick manage this game. And we're not going to have any gameplay. It's just going to be quick sim in the quick manage because I want to see how he reacts to that type of simulation. And there's Roki's numbers last season with the Dodgers, and hopefully that will be greatly improved this year in Washington, D.C. All right, to the quick sim within management mode. Torkelson flies out, Green strikes out, Carpenter walks, Meadows lines out to bottom half, ground out, fly out, a single by Wood, single by Ruiz, Lyle pops out, Perez walks, Rise pops out, caught stealing, double by Dingler, fly out, go to the bottom half, ground out, strike out, to the top of the third, McGonigal singles, Torkelson flies out, Green strikes out, Carpenter flies out to the bottom half, Garcia pop out, Abrams ground out, Young strike out, 4th inning, Meadows pop out, Perez ground out, Arise strikes out to the bottom half, Wood walks, Ruiz singles, Lyle lines out, Chaparro walks, we got bases loaded, 1 out, Dylan Cruz, singles, there we go, 2 runs scored on that play, 2-0, Wilkin flies out, Garcia grounds out, go to the 5th, ground out, walk, fielder's choice, stolen base, and a strikeout, bottom half, Abrams strikes out, solo shot by Young, Wood flies out, Ruiz flies out to the 6th, ground out, solo shot by Carpenter makes it 3-1, walk, double play, gets out of the jam, and that's going to be it for Roki. Troy Melton comes in, Lyle grounds out, pinch hit for Chaparro with Clifford, gets his first appearance with the Nationals, he strikes out, Cruz flies out, go to the 7th, and we're going to the pen. We're going to go to Mr. Kopech, line out, fly out, strikeout, bottom of the 7th, pitcher, strikeout, pop out, fly out to the 8th, going back to the pen, going back to Jalen Beeks, ground out, strikeout, fly out to bottom of the 8th, double by Young, ground out, strikeout, new pitcher Jackson Jobe, okay, ground out, go to the 9th, going to the closer we signed in the offseason, Pete Fairbanks. We don't blow these games late. Fly out, a fly out, a fly out, and we win. The Nats win. And we get our first dub of the season. Roki Sasaki gets the win in his Nationals debut. Trevor Rogers the loss. Fairbanks his first save as a member of the Nationals. And this series is tied at 1. Look at the box score. Home run by Carpenter was their only run. Got another hit by Dingler, 1 more by McGonigal. Had 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Rogers didn't pitch too poorly. Our bullpen pitched well. Our side, 2 hits for Young with double and a home run. Single by Wood. 2 hits by Ruiz. Big 2-run single by Cruz. Only had 2 walks, but we also only struck out 6 times. And Sasaki, 1 run, 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks in 6 innings. And we had 3 perfect innings in relief by Kopech, Beeks, and Fairbanks. Let's go. And I was quick managing game 3 of this series and decided, hey, let's hop in here and player lock on Ryan Clifford. So we're going to jump in to his first at-bat as a starter. He pinch hit in the last game, so this will be his second at-bat with the Nationals. Nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Let's hop in and watch Ryan Clifford against Reese Olson. Here he is, seeing 0 stats. First time playing in the majors. Hopefully he'll do really well. Couldn't believe he was out there as a Rule 5 pick. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Olson, and it's going to be a fly ball in the shallow left. Riley Green on the run, and he's got that. And that'll end the inning. And Brock Wilken gets his first Major League home run with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd to give us a 1-0 lead. Abrams fouls with a single, stolen base, and Garcia with a 2-run shot. We're up 3-0 now here in the bottom of the 3rd. And later in the inning, he's got the bases loaded, 2 out. Clifford is going to come up now with bases loaded, still in the bottom of the 3rd. And Detroit manager has had enough of Olson. He's going to the pen. And he's going to bring in Jackson Jobe, of all people. Pitched a 3rd of an inning in game 2. So we got 2 highly touted prospects facing off here. Clifford with the bases loaded and 2 out, looking to give us a huge lead. There's a high fly ball down the right field line, hooking, and it's just foul. Home run distance. Missed a grand slam by 9 feet. Got to reset now. The 1-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball to first. Torkelson's got it. He's going to step on the bag and end the inning. But the Nationals get 3 runs in the inning. And we just missed a granny by Clifford. We're through 3. And James Wood with a 2-run shot here in the 5th to make it 5-0. And now Clifford's going to come up later that inning. 1 on and 2 out. Get this second look at him. Sorry, can't count. 3rd look with him. Got a full count. Jackson Jobe still in the game. 1 on, 2 out, 5-0 lead. Here's the pitch. There's a smash and snagged by Torkelson. I don't know if that was going to stay fair or a hook foul, but he takes it away. And Abrams with a 2-run shot here in the bottom of the 6th makes it 7-0. And we're going to hop to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ruiz with a walk. Lyle with an RBI double. Clifford up now with 1 on and 1 out. Nationals up 8-1 now. Troy Melton now pitching for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball into left field. Riley Green racing back towards the corner, and he's got that on the run. Throw the ball back in, hold the runner at second base. And Cruz would follow that up with an RBI double, and our young Nats win 2 out of 3 against the Tigers. See, they're having fun out there in the outfield. Yep, Washington wins again. So we have a winning record in the first series of the season. Andrew Alvarez gets his first win of the season. Olson with the loss, and we do take 2 out of 3. So we pounded out 9 runs on 11 hits. Let's take a look at this box score. 2 hits for Green, 2 hits for Carpenter, 2 hits for Baez. Only 1 extra base hit for them. Olson, Jobe, Melton, none of them pitched well. Holton's the only one that pitched decently. 3 hits for Abrams, 2 for Lyle, 2 for Wilken, doubles by Lyle and Cruz, home runs by Wood, Abrams, Garcia, and Wilken. And we also had 6 walks in the game. For Clifford, though, 0 for 4. That's a shame. The only one didn't reach base was Clifford. Abrams, 2 steals. Alvarez, no runs over 5 innings. Webb gives up 1. The rest of the bullpen does their job. And we finish this off. Dominant performance here in Game 3. And, yeah, we're looking good early. We'll see how this goes. And after that opening series win 2-1 against Detroit, the Angels come to town and they sweep us 3 straight, lose the first game 5-1. Zach Neto had 4 hits, 2 doubles, and a home run. Jose Soriano pitched very well on our side. 2 hits for Wood, 2 hits for Lyle. CJ Abrams with a solo shot was our only run of that game. Cavalli gives up 4 runs on 8 hits and 4 walks in 5 innings. Not a good start for him. Game 2, we lose 3-1. Home runs by Joe Adell and Vaughn Grissom. Solo shot and a 2-run shot. Reed Detmer's 1 run over 6 innings, and their bullpen shuts us down. On our side, 2 hits for Drew Mealis. subbing in for Ruiz. Only got 1 run in the game, 1 walk. Not a bad start by Mitchell Parker. Both relievers give up a run, though, and Beeks takes the loss. In Game 3, we lose 5-2. 3 hits for Neto, 2 hits for Adele. Neto with 2 home runs, Heim with a solo shot, Kikuchi 2 runs over 5 2/3. Our side, James Wood with a 2-run shot, accounted for all of our offense. And Brad Lord, 4 runs in 4 innings. DJ Hers didn't pitch poorly, but we just didn't get any offense. And then we start a 6-game road trip to San Francisco and Houston. Only played the first game. I'll get to the reason why here in a second. We win the first game 9-1. And we pounded out 15 hits, had 5 walks. We had 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Lead all those guys with 2 hits. Abrams, Kiner Falefa, 3 hits for Wood, 2 for Ruiz, 2 for Lyle, 2 for Clifford, his first 2 major league hits. Wood and Young with home runs, and Roki Sasaki, 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts. Had to get him out before those walks got to him. Jacob Webb came in with 2 on. Sasaki walked 2 guys. Webb comes in, gets a double play, get out of the jam, and we finish it off. Hers gave up a solo shot in a ninth that didn't mean anything. So Sasaki might lead the league in walks this year, but he's pitching well outside of that. And we will get to this second game against San Francisco a bit later. We also have these 2 games that I want to get into to start the next episode. Tom McVeigh, our first-round pick from last summer, is going to have his pro debut in this game here. And then the pitcher we took in the second round, Jeff Ullman, is going to make his first pro start, that one. So we're going to player lock those 2 games. And after that, we're going to get into the draft prospects because we'll get our first look after this game here on the 3rd. Since we picked first overall, it's going to be really interesting to see if we have anything good at the top of this draft. So anyway, that is going to do it for this first episode. You can see we're only a game and a half back. Not bad. And hopefully we'll have a better season this year. Don't expect us to make the playoffs, but be more respectable. That is an easy goal that we should be able to accomplish. And if you guys like the way the Nationals franchise has started out, please hit the like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell. And I will see you very soon with the next episode. You guys take care and go Nats.